Where were the major temples dedicated to Jupiter? Have you ever wondered where the grand temples dedicated to Jupiter, the king of the gods in ancient Rome, were located? Let's take a closer look at these magnificent structures. The most significant temples dedicated to Jupiter were found primarily on the Capitoline Hill, one of the 7 hills of Rome. This hill is not only the smallest but also one of the most sacred. The most notable temple was the Temple of Jupiter Optimus Maximus, also known as the Temple of Jupiter Capitolinus. This temple served as the religious and cultural heart of Rome. It symbolized Jupiter as the best and greatest deity. The temple was strategically built on the southern peak of the Capitoline Hill, making it visible from various parts of the city. It overlooked the Roman Forum, the Tiber River, and the Campus Martius, making it a prominent landmark. Before the temple was constructed, the Capitoline Hill was already a sacred site. It was associated with Rome's founding myths and early religious practices. The temple was surrounded by the area Capitolina, a precinct filled with shrines, altars, statues, and trophies celebrating Roman victories. The Temple of Jupiter Optimus Maximus was originally dedicated in 509 before Common Era, marking it as one of the oldest temples in Rome. Etruscan craftsmen played a significant role in its construction, which showcased Etruscan architectural influences. Over the years, the temple faced destruction by fire multiple times and was rebuilt. Each reconstruction incorporated elements of Greek architecture while still retaining traditional Roman and Etruscan styles. The final version, completed under Emperor Domitian in the late 1st century Common Era, was the most elaborate, although today only its foundations are visible. Beyond Rome, another major temple dedicated to Jupiter was located in Baalbek, in present-day Lebanon. The Temple of Jupiter at Baalbek was a colossal structure, and the largest Roman temple dedicated to Jupiter in the empire, after the Temple of Venus and Roma in Rome. This temple was part of a grand complex in Roman Phoenicia and featured enormous columns, some of the largest in the classical world. Construction began in the 1st century before Common Era and took several centuries to complete, reflecting the importance of Jupiter worship across the Roman Empire. In summary, the major temples dedicated to Jupiter were centered in Rome on the Capitoline Hill, with the Temple of Jupiter Optimus Maximus as the most important. Additionally, the Grand Temple of Jupiter in Baalbek represented Jupiter's worship on a monumental scale beyond Rome. These temples served as religious centers and symbols of Roman power and culture.